Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Saturday, January 5th, 2019, here with your free live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, usually right around this time, 10:45, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitter Periscope. So if you're watching us, you know that we're on at least that channel that you're watching us on, right? And of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bet's always over at sportschatexperts.com. We have a discount code today for sportschatexperts.com. It is WILD15, WILD15. Of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you could hit that thumbs up. Not mandatory for me to keep talking and keep giving out picks, but we certainly appreciate it. It helps us a bunch. I am in Las Vegas. And so I'm at the Vegas place. Craig Trapp's still sleeping. But we got a ton of action today. And 96 college basketball games. Got 8 NBA games. 2 NFL wildcard games. Plus NHL. All going on today. Tennis. You guys can see with the new format of the site, the way that it shows like the most recent games first. Tennis seems to be a game that gets a lot of early starts. So it seems that like at certain parts of the day, it looks like we are a tennis site. We're working on covering that. I think like maybe 1 tennis is good, but you know, when I see 5 tennis on the front page, even I get a little weirded out. See a lot of people putting in pics in the Facebook group, and that's really what it's all about. Of course, if you're going to post in the Facebook group, you should definitely read the rules about posting. Maybe say, what is a good pick for today? Maybe you might want to read the 100 other posts in there. You know, because I mean that's what they're all about. So. Definitely something you want to do. But so, how do you guys like the new site layout? What do you like and what do you not like about it? If you could just let us know in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, give us the thumbs up. I know some of you will say in the comments, what I don't like about the site is Mitch's video is still on there. And I know we have other people that are going to say what I don't like is I can't find the games as easily, or last night the site went down for a little bit or something like that. But I think for the most part the site is a lot faster and a lot less crowded. And I think, one of the questions I used to get all the time was, how do I get your premium picks? Well, now we got a banner about this big for it. It's not always going to say that on it. We're gonna rotate different things in there. But in the meantime, well, we did Free for All Friday yesterday. We did do it. It just came on early. Man, it was a long day of travel yesterday. Some travel, it's like it seems really quick, and other travel, it's like, man, that was a long ass trip. Now it was one of those long ass trips yesterday, but of course, it is what it is. It's part of what you sign up for when you live on an island. You live in the middle of nowhere. Hawaii is the furthest. Hawaii is the furthest point from any place in the world. Furthest place from land. Very weird. I can't get my comments on my normal software here. So let me see if I can get them back up. Window comments and reactions. Yeah, but for some reason I'm not seeing your guys' comments on there. Of course, the banner ads are done a little differently on this site, and you could thank Andreas Sumber. So one of the things that's happened at Sports Chat Place is we've merged with some other companies, and I'm going to talk about that in the future going forward. How we're not just Sports Chat Place anymore. We have a new name. I'm still an owner. I'm not the owner anymore. I'm an owner, partner. and Craig is a partner. So Craig now isn't just a partner at Picks and Parlays; he's also a partner at Sports Chat Plays, and we also own some other sites around the world, all over the place. It's pretty cool. We'll talk more about it in the coming weeks and some of these slower days. Pretty exciting. It's weird to see that, like, my little college football play site that I started, how do I start a website? That it's become this international media company. It's just nuts. Anyways, welcome to everybody that has joined us. If you have any games you want me to cover, you can yell them out in the comments. I'm not going to get pissed today. Kim was in Honolulu for 4 years in the Army. I'm not a big Honolulu person. I only go there to go to the airport, but I actually haven't been to Honolulu in 5 years. I think I did videos like in Honolulu when I was there. I definitely did videos, and I think I was like out on a balcony when I used to do them up there. But I haven't been there in about 5 years. Like, actually in Honolulu. I've only been to the airport to change over. I was there yesterday. But anyways, let's get to some picks. How about some NFL Wildcard? Let's take a look at these games. I have premium picks on both of these games against the spread, so both of our picks are going to be against the total. The Texans against the Colts, the total is set at 48.5. I like the under in this one. I think both these teams are defense first, field position first, and I think getting into the end zone is going to be difficult in this game. We've seen this spread move around. Most of the public here is on the dog here, on the Colts, and the line has shifted from Houston -2.5 to Houston -1. But I think this one all comes down to the defense, and Houston has the serious pass rush. The Colts have one of the top defenses in the league, but when we look at who the Colts have been playing, not necessarily the cream of the crop, when it comes to the NFL team. So in this one, I'm going to take the under 48.5 in the Colts Texans game. That'll be my first pick as we kick off the wild card playoff. Right, got to write them down because if I don't recap, people go nuts. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com. See who's here with us on the show in Facebook. We have David, Brittany. Brittany had some nice picks in the Facebook group. People think that I don't read the Facebook group posts, but I actually read every single one of them. So some days I'm really, really busy, like when we do site switchovers. Hi, Danny, Thomas, Adam, Akeem, David, of course. But I read every single post in there. Some days I'm more active than others, but I definitely read them all. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you could give us a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's get to another free pick. Let's go to college hoops. Such a good schedule today in college hoops. I love conference play, and that's what we have. There's no crappy games in conference play. So Syracuse taking on Notre Dame. Syracuse 1-0 on the road this season. Notre Dame 10-4 overall. Syracuse 9-4. Generally, the Irish rise to the occasion in these types of games, but boy, man, we saw Syracuse rise to the occasion at Ohio State. And I tell you what, I think the Irish are overmatched in this one. I'm going to take Syracuse and lay the 1.5 points on the road. That'll be our second pick for today's show. Of course, we do free picks on every single game, every single day at sportschatplays.com. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com. Sun is coming up here in Las Vegas. Looks like it's kind of a little bit of an overcast day, but I know you guys can't see it, but maybe we'll show you guys. I do that at the other. I don't know how I'll be able to do it. Tomorrow I'll show you from a different angle. You guys will. I'll do it from a different place. The show. For a Sunday show. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks on the show. Our best bets always over at Sports Chat Experts. If you can hit that thumbs up if you're watching us on YouTube. Seriously appreciate it. Yeah, there is so much basketball. So much. I can do NHL, but it's not my game. I grew up in Miami before they ever had hockey, so not a hockey fan. I don't give out NHL premium picks. So why you would want my free picks in NHL? I have no idea. We have free picks on every single NHL over at Sports Chat Place. We've revamped the website. It's lightning fast, and I'll tell you what, I think it looks pretty cool. I have to say that, like, when I see other sports handicapping sites, I normally don't pat myself on the back for too many things, and I didn't build the site myself. A guy named Johan and Andreas Sundberg, they built the site, and I have to say, it's the best sports handicapping site out there. It's not even close. And these guys, what you're seeing on the website, it's not even remotely done. We have like a ton more content. You know, in the Facebook group, we always get different questions about how do I bet and how do I do all that stuff. We have all of that answers now. I wrote thousands of articles about this, and I have been for years. I've been writing articles. We just never had a section to put them in. And now these guys built us out a section. We have that. We have a map, where we're going over the legalization of sports betting across the United States. We're going to be following it as it goes. Of course, we have all kinds of partners lined up for that. Just got to deal with Caesars to promote their app. We have FanDuel, DraftKings, 888, Caesars, Play Sugar House, and Stars, BetStars. All of those companies have come to us to advertise for them for their U.S. sports betting operations. So you'll be seeing offers. If your state allows sports betting, you'll be seeing offers from them on our site that are exclusive to us. Really, really good offers for you guys. I'm really excited to do that stuff. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to come on the live shows and at halftimes and stuff, and we're going to do live betting together. And I'm going to give you guys free bets at a lot of these online casinos where you can do a free bet, and we're going to bet the game together. Whether, you bet $250 or the free $50 that they give you to bet on it. Who cares? Free money. So, one of the teams we've been riding this year is VCU. I liked him in this game against Fordham, but then when it came time to put my premium picks in, I just couldn't bite the bullet on it. And now 65% of the public is on VCU. The line has moved from 5.5 to 7.5, so somebody else is also a big VCU person out there. I'm going to have to go against my Rams in this one, and I'm going to go with Fordham. I couldn't give it out as a premium pick because I couldn't go against VCU because they have been so good to us, right? Yosi in the premium area, it's like all else has failed. VCU has been there for us, but in this case, we're going to go to Fordham. We're going to take 7.5. I think is just too much. I think VCU wins the game, but I like my 7.5 points. That'll be our third pick for today's show. I also like Maryland against Rutgers. When I went back over the picks this morning, I couldn't believe I didn't add this game as a premium pick. Rutgers is really, really good at shooting and hitting the front of the rim. Like if this is the basket right here, they're really good at shooting and hitting this portion, or if they're on the side, they'll hit this portion, or on this side, they'll hit this portion. They're very, very good at that. So up against Maryland, I think they're up against it in that one. Yeah, I've been to the Cannery. I need snow. I never want to see snow again. That's for sure. I get so cold. I like Cincinnati in that one, David. I just didn't have the balls to pull the trigger at that number on the road. But East Carolina is terrible. I'll probably be betting that one. Cincinnati minus 17.5. We'll just throw that in on the side while we're looking for another game. By the way, we'll just bet the Bearcats because the game is there to bet. We're laying 17.5 against ECU. I just couldn't do it. It was too many points, kind of like Tennessee against Georgia, where the number is so big, even though Tennessee's going to kill them. It's just such a big number. I want to stay away from it. So the other one that I really liked that I didn't give out was UCLA minus 14.5 against Cal. I know UCLA is terrible, but without Steve Alford, they're actually going to be a better team because he's a hideous coach. He's terrible. I couldn't believe it when they hired him, and I will say it right now. as soon as they found out they weren't going to get the youngest Ball, of the Ball brothers, the decision was made that he was going to go. They only held on to him because they figured he had already recruited him and that he was going to sign with him. They didn't want to blow that, but they didn't have to wait for Steve to blow it. They didn't have to wait for him to fire him because he blew that all for himself, and so did UCLA. But to UCLA minus the 14.5. Cal is really one of the worst teams in basketball. If you haven't had a chance to see Cal, they absolutely stink. So it's a good team to fade. I always look for a good team to fade. That would be Cal. Oh, man, Vermont minus 7 against Albany. I like that one. I was waiting for this line to come out last night. Vermont's just a killer. They're just cold-blooded. You don't want to be on the wrong side of one of their games. We had FIU last week against Middle Tennessee. I'm less excited about them this week, but they are getting that nice number, the +5 at UAB. So I'm considering it. It's one of those ones, it's an 8 o'clock at night game, so maybe we'll come back on later on and talk about that one, Lamont. Yeah, we don't talk about direct messaging. Online betting is not legal in Mississippi. It's only legal in the casinos. You can bet online, but you have to be in the casino when you're betting, which kind of defeats the whole purpose, if you ask me. So anyways, we've given out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've given out 6 college basketball picks and an NFL pick. Let's go to the NBA while we're here. What the hell? I'd say at least 3 free picks. I think we're kind of stretching that today, but at least that kind of schedule. I'm not going to give out any more college basketball picks or NFL picks. And as I said at the beginning of the show, the NFL picks against the spread are in the premium area. You can use the discount code WILD15. Get 15% off all of our picks today at Sports Check Experts. I like the Jazz against the Pistons. It looks like it's a sucker bet. I don't care. They're playing really well. The Pistons have been okay at home, but as of late, I don't like the way they've been playing. 4-6 straight up in their last 10. It's only 2.5 points. I'm going to lay it in that one. And let's see. We'll take the Kings plus the 7.5 against the Warriors. I think the Warriors are, we saw, they just don't have any depth this year at all. Their starting 6 is really good, but outside of that, they basically are pretty garbagey. Craig Trapp loves the Warriors. He defends it that they paid DeMarcus Cousins the $5 million, and they could have divided that among 3 decent players. But instead, they signed him, and he's not even playing, so it's killing him. Pretty good logic there, but I just say they're overrated. And if you have 2 MVPs, you have really not a lot of excuses or outs. But anyways, we don't have MVPs, but we do have some free picks. We'll recap the free picks that we went over today. We give out the under in the Colts-Texans game at 48.5. We took the Syracuse Orange, they're minus 1.5, aren't they, at Notre Dame? Fordham plus 7.5 against VCU. Maryland minus 3.5 against Rutgers. Cincinnati minus 17.5 against East Carolina. UCLA minus 14.5 against Cal. What if East Carolina played Cal, man? Those are 2 really bad teams. We took Vermont, the Catamounts, minus 7. They're becoming one of our official teams of the show, as we give them out almost every single time they play. And they've come through for us just about every single time they play. Then we went to the NBA. We took the Jazz minus 2.5 and the Kings plus 7.5. We got a gigantic schedule today. I'll probably be up and about today. So if you're in Vegas, shoot me a message, and I'll come out and watch some football with you or some basketball or something. If you're not in Vegas, I'll try and come back on live later on this afternoon and do either a halftime bet or a late game bet, or maybe I'll come on halftime of one of the Wildcard games. Or right, you guys we seem to get a good crowd for that when we did the halftime of the bowl games, of the playoff games for the college football. So maybe we'll come on at halftime of these playoff games. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Of course, I know you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to video, live video, free picks, all that stuff. We were the first to do it. It doesn't mean that not everybody and their mother tried to copy us. So I'm glad that you guys still keep us in the rotation, and we appreciate it. We're grateful for it. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys probably at halftime of one of these wildcard games. If you don't, I will at least be on YouTube Live. If I'm out and about, it'll be on YouTube Live. But if I'm home, it'll be on the multi-stream. So, but we'll definitely join you at halftime of at least one of the wildcard games, if not both. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. See you then.